Uncertainty shrouds the ARMY community ahead of BTS's concert in Baltimore due to wild speculation regarding Park Jimin's possible absence, which has been exacerbated by the agency's total silence and a deep wave of anxiety across social media. Welcome to JIMIN Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. A wave of shock has swept through ARMY communities after unsettling speculation began circulating about Jimin's possible absence from BTS's next concert in Baltimore, United States. What initially appeared to be nothing more than a passing rumor has rapidly grown into one of the most talked-about questions surrounding the group's upcoming schedule. Fans are now anxiously wondering whether Park Jimin will actually step onto the stage with the other members, or whether Baltimore could witness an unexpected change in the lineup. The uncertainty has become even more dramatic because Jimin has remained one of the central figures in BTS's performances, often drawing enormous attention with his vocals, choreography, and emotional interactions with the members. For many fans, the thought of seeing BTS perform without him feels almost impossible to imagine. Social media has therefore erupted with questions, theories, and emotional messages, as ARMY attempt to determine whether there is any truth behind the growing speculation. However, at this point, there has been no confirmed official announcement establishing that Jimin will be absent from the Baltimore concert. That distinction is important, especially as rumors surrounding major artists can spread rapidly online before reliable information becomes available. A missing appearance, a change in rehearsal footage, or an ambiguous social media post can easily trigger intense speculation, but none of those things alone can confirm that Jimin will not perform. The situation has nevertheless created an atmosphere of anxiety among fans who have been following every development surrounding BTS's tour. Some supporters are urging fellow ARMY not to jump to conclusions, while others are closely monitoring official announcements for any indication of changes to the concert lineup. Every small detail has suddenly become the subject of intense discussion, turning what should be an exciting countdown to Baltimore into a moment filled with uncertainty. If Jimin were ultimately unable to appear, the emotional impact would undoubtedly be enormous. His absence would not simply mean one member missing from a performance. For many fans, it would fundamentally change the atmosphere of the show. Yet it is equally important to remember that artists can face scheduling, logistical, or personal circumstances that may require changes to a performance, and speculation alone cannot reveal the real reason behind any potential adjustment. Meanwhile, the question continues to dominate conversations among fans. Will Jimin be there when the lights go down in Baltimore? Until an official statement provides a clear answer, the possibility remains uncertain. What is certain, however, is that ARMY will be watching every announcement with extraordinary attention, waiting for the moment when the mystery surrounding Jimin's participation is finally put to rest. For now, the most responsible conclusion is that Jimin's supposed absence remains unconfirmed. The Baltimore stage has not yet revealed its final story, and fans may have to wait for official information before knowing whether all 7 members will stand together beneath the concert lights. Until then, the rumor continues to fuel intense anticipation. And perhaps the biggest question surrounding BTS's next American stop: will Park Jimin be there? As the countdown to Baltimore continues, the uncertainty surrounding Jimin's participation has become increasingly difficult for fans to ignore. With every passing hour, ARMY are watching official channels, tour updates, and social media feeds, desperately hoping for even the smallest confirmation that Jimin will be standing on the Baltimore stage. The closer the concert gets, the heavier the silence seems to feel, turning what should have been an exciting countdown into an emotional waiting game. Within this fictional scenario, fans have also imagined an emotional social media movement under the hashtag #WeNeedJimin in Baltimore, expressing their hope that Jimin will appear alongside the other members. Posts filled with messages of support, virtual hugs, and emotional appeals begin flooding the fictional timeline, with fans repeatedly emphasizing how incomplete the concert would feel without him. For many ARMY in the story, the hashtag becomes more than a trending phrase. It becomes a symbolic expression of their desperate wish to see all 7 members together again. The emotional tension reaches another level as the imagined countdown enters its final hours. Some fans begin sharing memories of Jimin's most unforgettable performances, while others post clips and photographs accompanied by messages such as, "Baltimore needs Jimin." The atmosphere becomes increasingly emotional, with fans simultaneously preparing themselves for the concert and fearing that they may have to experience it without one of the members they have been waiting to see. Yet the silence only makes the mystery more dramatic. Every notification suddenly feels significant. Every photograph from rehearsals is examined closely. Every change in the official schedule becomes a potential clue. even though none of these details can actually confirm Jimin's status. In this fictional storyline, the absence of a definitive announcement creates a powerful cliffhanger. Is the silence simply normal preparation before the concert, or is something unexpected happening behind the scenes? And then comes the final question that hangs over Baltimore. When the arena lights finally go dark and the opening music begins, will Jimin's voice be heard from the stage? Thousands of fictional ARMY wait with their hearts pounding, knowing that the answer could transform the entire atmosphere of the night. Until an official confirmation arrives, the mystery remains unresolved, and the countdown continues, one anxious hour at a time. Adding another layer of mystery to the situation is the silence from the agency. Until now, there has been no official explanation confirming whether Jimin will participate in the Baltimore concert, or whether any changes have been made to the planned lineup. That silence has only intensified the questions among fans, many of whom are now wondering why such an important matter remains unanswered as the concert date draws closer. In the fictional storyline, every hour without an announcement makes the atmosphere increasingly tense. Fans continue refreshing official social media accounts, checking tour information, and waiting for a statement that could finally end the uncertainty. Instead, the lack of clarification leaves room for countless theories, with some supporters believing that everything is proceeding normally while others fear that an unexpected situation could be unfolding behind the scenes. The mystery becomes even more dramatic when fans begin questioning whether the agency is deliberately waiting until the last possible moment before revealing the truth. Could there be a scheduling issue? Could Jimin simply be preparing separately from the other members? Or is there another reason that has not yet been disclosed? None of these possibilities can be confirmed, but the unanswered questions continue to fuel the fictional speculation surrounding the Baltimore performance. For ARMY, the silence itself has become part of the story. Instead of receiving reassurance, they are left staring at an empty space where an official announcement should be. As the countdown continues, emotions begin shifting from excitement to anxiety, with fans wondering whether they should prepare to welcome 7 members onto the stage, or brace themselves for a performance that could look very different from what they expected. Ultimately, the biggest mystery remains unanswered. Why has there still been no official explanation about Jimin's status in Baltimore? Until the agency makes a clear statement, his participation remains unconfirmed, and every theory should be treated only as speculation. But as the concert approaches and the fictional countdown reaches its final moments, one question continues to echo among fans. Will the silence finally be broken before the Baltimore lights come on? The mystery becomes even more intense when attention turns toward Jungkook and the other members in this fictional storyline. Fans begin carefully observing every rehearsal-related image and video that appears online, searching for anything that might offer a clue about Jimin's situation. Even the smallest change in formation or spacing suddenly becomes a subject of discussion, as ARMY attempt to understand what might be happening behind the scenes. Jungkook, in particular, becomes the center of emotional speculation. In the imagined scenario, fans notice what appears to be a more serious expression during rehearsal, and immediately begin wondering whether he knows something that has not yet been revealed publicly. Rather than confirming anything, however, the expression only adds another layer of mystery, leaving fans questioning whether it could simply be concentration before a major performance. The other members also become part of the growing speculation. In the fictional narrative, their interactions appear slightly more restrained during certain rehearsal moments, causing fans to scrutinize every glance, movement, and pause. Yet none of these imagined details can establish what is actually happening, and the uncertainty only demonstrates how intensely fans can interpret even the smallest moment involving their idols. Among all the imagined reactions, Jungkook's silence carries the greatest emotional weight. Fans begin wondering whether he might be concerned about Jimin, especially because of the close friendship and bond frequently portrayed between the two in fans. Uncertainty shrouds the ARMY community ahead of BTS's concert in Baltimore due to wild speculation regarding Park Jimin's possible absence, which has been exacerbated by the agency's total silence and a deep wave of anxiety across social media. Welcome to JIMIN Gallery, the home for Park Jimin fans who want to discover all the latest news, interesting facts, and stories behind the world's spotlight on Jimin. A wave of shock has swept through ARMY communities after unsettling speculation began circulating about Jimin's possible absence from BTS's next concert in Baltimore, United States. What initially appeared to be nothing more than a passing rumor has rapidly grown into one of the most talked about questions surrounding the group's upcoming schedule. Fans are now anxiously wondering whether Park Jimin will actually step onto the stage with the other members, or whether Baltimore could witness an unexpected change in the lineup. The uncertainty has become even more dramatic because Jimin has remained